Hello, everybody. Happy Monday and happy March 1st. So we are in the month of March already. We have one meeting to tell you about today, and that is at 1:30 this afternoon, and it is the third MNC, that's Maintenance and Construction Committee, and that will be virtual, and you can follow along at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. On our show today, we are visited by Jeff Parker, who's going to have some updates regarding COVID numbers as well as the vaccination program that happened this past weekend. And then I'll have some do-it-yourself tips for you for later on. All right, let's go ahead and jump to our COVID vaccination information for you. Of course, you always have the hotline you could call, but before you call the hotline, please go to our FAQ page, which is on Laguna Woods Village Alerts.com website, and there you will find many answers to many of the questions that lots of residents have had. If you don't find your answer there, please go to our hotline, which is 949-594-2533. Now, if you would like to be vaccinated at Soka University or Disneyland, and I believe there is one other pod, you can now register at othena.com. And right there you see that. And you can go ahead and register on that site, and that way you can get an appointment at any of those other pods. Now, if you are a Kaiser Permanente member, you can contact them at 833-574-2273, or you can go to their website, kp.org/COVID vaccine, make an appointment. And if you are ages 65 to 74, they will be contacting you. All right, our weather is looking nice. We are going to cloud up by Thursday, and potential sprinkle, but we'll keep an eye on that for you. So today we are looking at 71-45 sunshine, partly sunny tomorrow, 71-42. Then we start to cloud up on Wednesday and Thursday, 69-47, 70-53, and then Friday, 70-53 with additional clouds. And our sunrise this morning was at 6:19, and our sunset will be at 5:48, and what a gorgeous shot. Thank you so much, Joel Goldstein. Weather looks beautiful. It's kind of our winter weather down at the beach. Very nice. If you have a lovely landscape shot of somewhere around here, or maybe travels that you've been on, please email it to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have Jeff Parker. Stay tuned.
Why do I love being a doctor at Kaiser Permanente?
My only job is to take great care of my patients. I'm empowered to do what's right for you.
Our digital records mean your medical history is in one place, so I can give you great care.
Your primary care doctor, your specialists. It's great. We all work together as one team.
Our integrated approach to healthcare helps my patients live longer, healthier lives.
I don't just practice here, I'm a patient too. I wouldn't trust my family's healthcare to anyone else.
Did you know there are over 400,000 seniors in Orange County today? So where does a senior or family caregiver go for information and resources? You can turn to the Answers Guide, published by the Council on Aging Southern California. Answers is full of articles and resources to help you navigate the aging experience. You can pick up your free copy today at the clubhouse nearest you or at the Social Services Office. The Council on Aging, helping seniors remain healthy, connected, and protected.
At the Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback, you will always find a friendly face to guide you through your annual mammogram visit. Our staff, dedicated subspecialist breast radiologists, knowledge and innovative technology awaits your visit to our center. With the Laguna Woods shuttle service right at our sidewalk, this convenient location offers you quick access for your appointment. You can expect nothing but the best for all your breast health needs at Memorial Care Breast Center, Saddleback.
Been working with retirees since 1984. I specialize in protecting people's money, setting up a secure retirement income stream for them, and making sure their money is there when they need it. I started Sterling Financial Advisors under the premise that we not only needed quality service for clients out there in the financial industry, but ethical standards as well. We don't have any monopoly on the investments we use. What we do have a monopoly on is the integrity and how we treat our clients.
Welcome back. I have Jeff Parker here with the latest information about COVID numbers as well as the vaccination program. Welcome. Happy Monday and happy March.
Yeah, welcome to the new month, right?
I know, already.
It moves quickly. Yeah, so we have some numbers and then a little information about how well it went this weekend and where we're going. And
Great.
So we'll start with that quickly on the numbers. The COVID cases are under 200, which is good sign. Friday was under 200, so we're staying consistent in that drop. A good thing to report, although there's 13, unfortunately, and another 13 that have passed away. Those numbers have gone down. They were in the 40s the last few times I've been reporting, so seeing it down to 13 is a good sign, moving in the right direction. And again, going to the hospitalizations and ICUs, that continues to drop, 421, 132. Those numbers were 515 and 160 on Friday. So that's that's a 30, almost 30 in the ICU and quite a bit of number on the hospitalization. So that's real important, obviously, as we talked about having the capacity to do other things at the hospital, obviously. But it also shows the trend of the numbers are starting to slow down and get better. We'll see that on the next slide when we take a look at the percentages that are occurring.
Okay.
With regards to the village, we only saw one additional case over the weekend and no additional deaths. So not when I say the village, I mean the city of Laguna Woods, but so that one case could actually be outside of our gates, but the fact that it only went up to 397 from 396 is a good sign.
That's a good sign, yeah. Excellent, excellent. So good. Well, everybody's behaving.
Yeah.
As best as you can. Plus, I think it's just
so
generally.
These are really good numbers to see.
Look at that, 11.9.
Yeah, so we're on the 100,000 cases, the 11.9 is, we were way up there, and this kind of stabilized at that number. It's all about the testing and how many people are getting tested, but it's a good downward trend, and if we get below that 8%, we're going to the red, so that's really good. And we're under 8% on the two other big important tests, which is the positivity test, and then also the high equity quartile, which again was kind of looking at those hot spots that they were having there for a while, and so that's showing that they've been able to focus on those areas, get testing out there, get information out there, and get people wearing masks and so those are two good numbers. So if we can get that one on the left down into the red, we're in the red category. You do have to be there for a couple weeks to get that in there, but that would open up additional activities for the private sector, especially restaurants could go to 50% capacity versus 25% capacity. So those are really important that we get to the red category and keep moving towards the yellow and green.
Yeah, that one on the adjusted daily case rate per 100,000, that probably won't change this soon because we just reported it on Friday. However, by this Friday, it should go down, we're hoping. I mean, that's generally
and that's
what we're
really what
looking
it
for.
is. It's a 7-day
7
average.
day, okay,
and
just
so
wanna let
you
people
will
know.
see that hopefully change by Friday.
Right, yeah, because I noticed there's really not much of a change between Friday and today. So good. So we'll see, hopefully by Friday, even lower. And yes, maybe we will get to that red category. Will be wonderful.
That's what we're looking for.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So how did this weekend went? You had 5,000 doses.
So our goal was to try to get 5,000 shots in the arms. We almost got there. We nearly did 4,800.
Wow.
And I want to say thank you to some of the residents. On Saturday, we got to a point where we had to ask some of the residents come back on Sunday to get their shots, just because of the logistics that we were doing. But we were able to get 4,800 shots, and the important of that is we were trying to do 2 weekends in 1 weekend. We're trying to catch up, as you recall from. So now that we're back engaged, we'll be doing Saturdays and Sundays going forward. So we have 2 weekends ahead of us to catch up and get all those shots that in line that are the second doses. And this, again, our focus right now is second doses. The important thing I would like to mention was on a statewide and national, especially national way, there's about 7.5% of the people that have received their second doses. By us doing the 4,800, we're already at 25% in the community. And then with the next 2 weekends, getting up to close to 50% of what we're doing at Clubhouse 7, not to mention what the county's doing with Othina and at the Disneyland. So our community is getting closer and closer to that goal of 70 to 80%, I believe.
Wow.
So that's a real positive mood, and we're looking forward to the next couple weekends to keep those second doses going.
Is Orange County doing a better job than some of the other counties?
I think that they've been able to keep it consistent. And so a number of them had to shut down. Now, Orange County had to shut down a week ago as well as we did. But it seems like the consistency that Orange County's been able to do, especially with SoCa and Disneyland working, and now they have the Anaheim site open.
Right.
That's great news.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the more positive news now we heard was over the weekend, the FDA approved the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. So now we'll see the next couple weeks to next 2 or 3 months that vaccine getting out there in the market. So I think when you talk about April and May, you're going to see much more numbers increase in who can get vaccinated, because that's a one-shot vaccination.
Well, yeah, and I was just thinking that CVS and some of the other places like that were going to start to vaccinate, but wouldn't that be the most ideal vaccination for them? Because I don't even believe it requires the refrigeration like Moderna and Pfizer, but don't quote me on that, but I do believe it's much easier for them to store.
No, you're absolutely right. It's a much easier process. It's not as cold, requiring the super freezing that Pfizer does, and even the really cold that Moderna does.
Right.
So transportation is easier too.
Right.
I know that the first Johnson & Johnson vaccines are coming from Europe, but they also are gearing up their 2 facilities in the United States. And so that's why they indicated 2 to 3 weeks before they get into big production.
Okay.
But that's why I think it's real optimistic to think that we'll have 3 vaccines in full operation come April, May, June, July, getting our into the summertime. So that's real exciting news for our residents here who didn't get in that first go round, let's say. They missed it if they were 65 plus, and we're still working in that category. So I did want to mention that if you are 65 plus, didn't get your first shot, are now interested, that you can contact us by going to our info@lagunavillage.com.
LagunaWoodsVillage.com. Perfect. We have it up on the screen.
And if you go to that, please, your name, your manner, your address, phone number, how we can get in touch with you. We're going to put you on that waiting list, and then we're going to be working with Memorial Care to see how we can get the information out to you, whether it's going to be easier for you to sign up to go to Othina and go through the county system, or something that we can do down the road. But we're going to evaluate that as we get that information in from you. So if you didn't, please get it into us so that we have that information. Again, the next 2 weekends are going to be focused on our second dose.
Yeah.
So once we get through that, then we can evaluate how we can move forward with addressing our 65 and over. It may be very possible that with all the efforts that the residents are going through Othina and the county healthcare agency, that we're going to be high percentage of already going to have their doses. So the next step after that into the April will be how the county and Orange County Health is going to address people who are under 65. And that's a long ways off still. But we're looking forward to being able to help address that issue too in the future.
Well, every week's different, and every week we move closer and closer, hopefully, to minimizing everything we're seeing. Even though there was that lag, remember we had that lag where we didn't get the doses, and we were not the only ones. They were across the country.
Exactly.
And those 2 sites, SoCa and Disneyland, didn't have them as well, and those were Pfizer. So it wasn't just Moderna, it was Pfizer, so there was, because the weather and whatever else was going on. Now you got your vaccines, and then the others got theirs as well this week. They were a little low this last weekend, so they do anticipate ramping up. So what you mentioned is that you don't only go here, but if you want to go, they are doing 65 and over at the other places right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And and we don't want people to, if they have the opportunity to go to a county site, please do. Avail yourself to that, because it's quicker. They do it every day. And we're only doing it on the weekends. And now we're only focusing on our second dose.
Exactly, and they do have the capability of doing first and second doses, so.
Exactly.
All good, well, great. What does this mean kind of going forward for all of us, really? Not vaccination related, but with our our employees here, are they going to start coming back at some point? What is the guess there?
Well, I think we're now starting to evaluate how we can look at our facilities and potentially open up facilities if we can. And I want to caution everybody to understand that our employees are primarily under that 65 age group. And so they haven't gotten vaccinated at the level that other people have. So we need to, as a obligation of VMS, to make sure that we have safe environment for the employees. That's why we're doing telecommuting at bigger numbers than we've ever done.
Right.
And we'll continue to do that until there's more of what I'll call herd immunity concept here.
Yes.
So we're talking about different evaluations, though, is can we do some appointments only type of environment? We're going to evaluate that and what additional expenses we want to make to include more plexiglass in certain areas. Can we protect our employees? And if we can, then we'll move in that direction, and hopefully we'll be considering that in the next couple of weeks as to where we can get to it. I'm hoping that as we pull all this together, that we're going to be talking about getting into that orange category, getting lower out of the red, even into the orange, and that would allow us to open up more of our facilities at clubhouses, and et cetera.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and that was my next question is, I know we had talked about opening up some other facilities, maybe extended pool type things, and so at this point you don't have any new information about new openings, correct?
I don't. One of the things that we mentioned on Friday, and that we're working with the protocol right now, is that we are putting a protocol together with regards to reopening doubles at the pickleball. That process is now available to us. In other words, the regulations have said you can do it, but you must have this, 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 and this.
Yeah.
And so we're putting those regulations together. Should hope to have those by the end of the week.
Oh, good. So is there going to be another presentation or from the governor? Is he going to have another meeting or talk to us again?
I haven't heard anything
Okay.
precisely. I just know that he put out that new category on Friday. It went into place on Friday. So that allowed us to grab that and then start working on the protocols behind that to make sure that we can do it.
Oh, right, with the waivers and things. Okay, good.
Exactly.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Good to see you. We'll see you again on Friday.
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right. And when we come back, we will have some do-it-yourself tips, so stay tuned.
My name is Angela. I'm 51 years old and I was diagnosed with a heart murmur. Before the surgery, I was struggling to breathe. I was missing out a lot on playing with my son. I decided to go to Hoag from Nevada to have my mitral valve repair because the surgeons there are excellent.
My personal approach to patient care is really taking care of a patient as if they were a member of my family.
After the surgery, I can chase him and run around and play with him as much as he wants. It's like a miracle. It's like this patient made it through the toughest time in their life, and it's an awesome feeling.
The feeling to see these patients recover, especially when they're critically ill like that, it's just the best feeling in the world.
We wanted this to be one of the top cardiovascular centers in the region, the state, the nation, and to be recognized for that. We've achieved that.
If I had to go back and make the same choice, I would choose Hoag again. They treated me like family. This changed my life, and now I get to be with my son.
I just love that ring. Where'd you get it?
I got it at the jewelry box. I saw it on Facebook, and then I went in and bought it. They have the most unique, awesome pre-owned pieces for amazing prices.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest, voted best jewelry store in Orange County for 8 straight years, offering unmatched prices on fine jewelry and watches, refurbished to new condition.
Visit us in our store or shop our website for just arrived items.
The Jewelry Box. It's about trust.
Hi, I'm Vince Ferragamo. I spent some of my best years as an NFL quarterback, but today I've got a new team, and we're helping seniors who spent their best years fighting for our country, defending our freedom, and informing the nation. Our hometown heroes need help. AgeWell Senior Services is their lifeline. Nonprofit AgeWell can do all of this because you care enough to give. Please join me in supporting AgeWell. Donate today.
I do like do-it-yourself things, and because we have been staying at home all this time, do-it-yourself items are a great way to go. So some of the things that you're going to need if you wanted to do this particular activity, you're going to need an unused vase, pennies, black spray paint, and a glue gun. The first thing you want to do is you want to safely spray the vase with the black spray paint and allow time to dry. Now, I would recommend doing this in your garage or maybe out on the patio with some paper, because you don't want to breathe all those fumes in from being in the garage, and you might have the door shut. The next thing you want to do is you can use the glue gun to cover the dry vase with pennies. Now, of course, you don't have to use pennies, but they do have that cool copper color, so that might be a nice way to go. Now, if you want to do a different one, you can do, you're lining your drawers with unwanted or used gift wrap. So instead of using that sticky contact paper, which I always find very complicated in terms of pulling it off and measuring, this way it's really easy and it's just wrapping paper, so it should be pretty easy to stick down. Now, you could use clear contact paper for the edges to be able to, keep it so it stays down. What you're going to do, as I mentioned, is you're going to measure your space, both width and depth, make small marks on your wrapping paper with your pencil, and then cut out your wrapping paper. Then cut a piece of contact paper. You can do slightly bigger than your wrapping paper, and you can do that either under or you can do it over. So I thought maybe if you would just do the wrapping paper and then the edges, then you don't have to cut so much of the clear contact paper, because I feel like we'd be sort of bypassing the whole point of doing this in terms of the do-it-yourself. So go on to the next item, which is create keychains with wine corks. Now you can do, you'll need wine corks, you'll need split rings, you'll need screw eyes, eye pins, charms, and or beads. And the way that you do that is you're going to twist a screw eye into one end of a cork. Then you attach a split ring to the loop of the screw eye to create the keychain. Then you cut an eye pin in half using wire cutters or sharp scissors, and then you use the side that still contains a loop and slide on a bead, push the beaded eye pin into the other end of the cork, and voila, you have a keychain. There you go. There's a couple little tidbits for you to be able to do some do-it-yourself crafts at home. Enjoy.
Mother's Day is coming, and Diane's Hallmark is just the place to get Mom a gift that shows how much you care. Our women's department has gifts for that special someone, including clothing, jewelry, Vera Bradley and Bagolini handbags, Crabtree and Evelyn, and many other great gifts for Mom. Don't forget that our religious department carries a great selection of Christian gifts and Bibles as well. Diane's Hallmark is a Gold Crown store. Come in and experience our personalized service. We're located on Alicia Parkway next to Hobby Lobby.
Today, patients have many options for their care, whether it's their private doctor, in urgent care, retail clinics, nursing advice lines, and even telemedicine. So while patients do have many options for their medical problems today, some conditions, such as heart attack, stroke, and sepsis, truly need immediate care in the emergency department. Every minute does count. We're here ready to help 24/7, 365 days a year at Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center Emergency Department.
Welcome back. Our movie for today is called Greenland, and it is starring Gerard Butler. And it is about John Garrity and his estranged wife and their young son embark on a perilous journey to find sanctuary as a planet-killing comet hurtles toward Earth. And you can watch that action-packed film today at 2 p.m. as well as 7 p.m., and that is brought to you by Hogue. So enjoy that for our movie for today. All right, let's give you some other information in our community. The free virtual training is happening this week, March 3rd at 9:45 in the morning. So you will want to register for that link at disasterpreparedness@vmsinc.org. And that is basically a training that is preparing you for, just falling and a variety of other things, as well as home fires. And that is being put on by the American Red Cross as well as our Disaster Preparedness Task Force. So enjoy that on March 3rd. Now, Saddleback Church's drive-through food bank is happening this week, and that's going to be on Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 10:30 in the morning, and that will be at St. Nicholas's Catholic Church, right in their parking lot located at 24252 El Toro Road. And if you want more information about that, you can call them at 949-609-8569. Now, the Laguna Woods Car Club is having something really great for you. It's going to be a car inspection day, and it will be on Saturday, March 13th from 9 in the morning until 12. Now, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be looking over your car for basic inspections of your lights, fluids, hoses, belts, wipers, tires, and they will have information on mechanics who can take care of any work that is needed. That is such a nice thing. Now, an appointment is required, and it is only for Laguna Woods residents. And you would need to call for an appointment at number 323-528-1442. And you'll be speaking with Paul, and he'll be able to give you all the information regarding how that's going to go down. So love it. That'll be awesome. And you can also find out where that's going to be because it's not here in the information. But call them, and they will be able to tell you where. So that's a good thing. And then one last thing is I wanted to mention again the Age Well Senior Services affordable meals for you guys. And this is anybody who is 50 and over. And you can sign up and save with a code 15off. So you're going to get like 15% off. And you need to register at myagewell.org. So what a great little program. So we've got all sorts of good things for you guys here in the village. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather one last time. It is looking quite nice today and through the rest of the week, although we are going to be becoming more cloudy as we get into Thursday and Friday. Today, 71-45, tomorrow, 71-42. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, 69-47. Thursday, 70-53. And Friday, 70-53. Also, keep an eye on that. So have a great day in the village today. Happy Monday. Enjoy. I found a pretty little thing for flowers and butterflies, and spring is on its way, and so is our daylight savings, which will be March 14th. I know we can't wait for that. Anyway, have a great day in the village. We'll see you again tomorrow at 9. Bye-bye.
Maxi Comfort from Golden is the most comfortable lift recliner in the world. Its patented technology glides smoothly into a variety of positions not found on most recliners. Everyone loves the programmable auto-drive control. You can lift and recline, watch TV or sleep, and enjoy the feeling of weightlessness in zero gravity. Made by American workers and backed by the industry's best warranties. Feel relaxed in a Maxi Comfort lift recliner. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Welcome to Harvard Eye Associates. We're focused on your eye care at all 3 of our Orange County locations.
Our new location in Laguna Hills, Orange, and San Clemente.
Each facility features the latest in advanced technology and diagnostic equipment.
And a trusted collection of doctors that care about your vision and your quality of life.
We deliver what matters to you and your family.
Harvard Eye Associates, the future of vision today.